Hello, my name is Mason Cersei, and I would like to commemorate Barack Obama. So, during Obama's presidency, he initiated the Affordable Health Care Act. Excuse me. And according to ObamaLibrary.com in 2017, the percentage of uninsured Americans dropped below 10%, providing health coverage to roughly 20 million additional people via the Affordable Health Care Act. I want to honor Obama and the legacy that he has built for our nation. I have emotionally connected with several of his policies, and I would really like to commemorate his bipartisanship. Furthermore, I want to commemorate his demeanor and his projects post presidency. So, for my first point, I would like to talk about his policies. Barack Obama was a very optimistic leader. One policy he enacted was the Clean Power Plan, which was a policy that would reduce carbon emissions from a ton of different companies and standardize a strict fuel efficiency standard. He also had education initiatives like Race to the Top, which, in a sense, raced to the top of the Senate floor. It was a bill that produced grants for many states to reform and incentivize them to change their education programs so that they can teach specific things like auto and shop mechanics. But other than education initiatives, he also implemented the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, which was a way to let openly LGBTQ plus members join our military. Obama also led in several different foreign policies too that I believe were very well needed. First, I would like to say that he ended Cold War hostilities with Cuba, and he did this by just his diplomacy. He also implemented the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or otherwise known as the Iran nuclear deal, which was a way for them to police and watch for Iranian nuclear development and make sure that they didn't have any nukes that they could throw at us. Obama also formally entered the Paris Climate Agreement, which was a multi-coordinated nation or multi-nation coordinated system that would allow them to combat climate change. However, his most impressive policy that I think that emotionally connected to a lot of people was his Affordable Health Care Act. However, this did spark many controversial opinions. He very much so polarized his government with this policy because many people believe that it was a federal overreach and that it was a way to drive up consumer costs and more taxes and such. However, this kind of leads me to his demeanor because I don't really want to commemorate his politics. I want to commemorate how he responded to politics. He was a very controversial person. He was very progressive. He used his demeanor to unify his people and remain calm to preserve the image of a great president. He was the first African American president, and part of his responsibility was to set an example for his fellow Americans. Obama faced constant criticism, especially with modern media that was 24-hour news cycles. He maintained average ratings, however, he constantly dealt with partisan polarization. The conservative base has completely opposed him every step of the way, even making racial remarks. Donald Trump repeatedly promoted the conspiracy theory that Obama was born outside of America, ergo making him an illegitimate president. Even though this was clearly false, the theory still established the image of Obama as a foreign entity and un American. Trump's radical racism was redundant, refuted, and refused rightfully. But Obama stayed calm, cool, and collected. He avoided anger and avoided focusing on his race, but he focused more on America as a whole. Obama once said, "There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. There is not a black America and a white America and a Latino America and an Asian America, but there is a United States of America." Obama in a 2004 speech for his campaign and to be a senator. Obama was like an oxymoron. He was discriminated against, but he is the opposite of the stereotypes that they were claiming him to be. Channeling to my third point, Obama didn't only focus in on his demeanor and good policies, but he also developed many post-presidency projects. To start, he wrote a very good memoir of his presidency, and it was based on his diplomacy with foreign nations. But recently, in last June 19th of 2026, many people attended the Obama Presidential Center's opening. Many former presidents gave speeches. There was musical events. It was a awesome way to promote civil engagement. He built a building, and it has a basketball court. It has many interactive exhibits. There is an exact replica of his Oval Office. Obama also put a kitchen in there that was ran by his White House chef that he had. And I think that is a real humble way to allow the American people to see that he wasn't just a man in an ivory office and sitting in wealth, but he was someone that liked Five Guys burgers, which is something you can order off the Obama menu. But anyway, he expanded cities, parks, and programs, and he published many memoirs, but A Promised Land was his best, and it is a really good read. I would check it out. Moving to my conclusion, Obama is a significant American figure. He implemented strong policies into our national government. He kept his calm demeanor, and he continues to carry on his legacy for future generations. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I get to see the Obama Center too. I am really happy for that. Thank you, guys.